Well, well, well. So once again, the Dallas Cowboys are having a quiet and boring offseason. So there is no drama coming from inside of the building. There's no drama coming from the facility. And we got a little bit of drama maybe sometimes coming from the Dallas Cowboys media. I'm including the Dallas Cowboys content creators also from time to time. But in the grand scheme of things, that's nothing really serious. And now because of something that was said about Dak Prescott positive, now we got somebody who has decided to attach themselves to something that was said about Dak Prescott being positive. They want to turn it into a negative, and they also want to turn it into an opportunity for clicks and likes, and we all know what it is. But at the end of the day, Dallas Cowboys fans, we need to ignore all of the Dak Prescott hate because Dak Prescott is focused. Man, let me tell y'all something. Dak Prescott, Rain Dakota Prescott, is not worried about any hate. He's not worried about Emmanuel Acho. Dak Prescott is worried about nothing but bringing the Dallas Cowboys a Super Bowl. Let's go. Let's get it. Welcome, 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 Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And as you come into this live stream, please hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And if you haven't become a channel member subscriber yet, what are you waiting on? We got a lot of great things coming up on this channel this season. Now let's talk facts. Man, this stuff with Emmanuel Acho, I'm not even about to get mad about this. This is pure comedy. And we know why Emmanuel Acho does what he does. We all know that his show got canceled on FS1. We all know that he got those YouTube subscribers because FS1 allowed him to carry it over. And so in the grand scheme of things, we know Emmanuel Acho is doing this for clicks and likes, and he is going to be at the top of the show today. And I'm gonna show you where Emmanuel Acho, we know what you're doing, Emmanuel Acho. Emmanuel Acho is a hypocrite. And not only am I going to show you that Emmanuel Acho is a hypocrite, I'm also going to show you where Dak Prescott is laser focused. Dak Prescott is not worried about anything that the media has to say. Dak Prescott, as we used to say back in the day, it's all good in the hood with Dak Prescott. Then, we're gonna look a little bit today. Everything else is pretty much gonna be like quick hits. So we probably won't be but about 2 hours today, maybe 2.5. We're gonna look at some more stuff on Rashan Gary. We're gonna look at the latest PFF wide receiver rankings. We're gonna look at the John Madden 2027 Cowboys player rankings. We're gonna look at a very quick article about the players in the NFL are pushing for grass, but I don't think they're gonna get it. Also, we're gonna look at Puka Nacua. And the question is Puka Nacua going to be the next George Pickens? Also, thanks to Bass sent me a story about Michael Irvin being in Philadelphia, talking about owning Philly. And then speaking of Philly, man, this crazy story about Aikman versus Jalen Hurts. This has to be the craziest thing that I've seen in a long time. Aikman versus Hurts. Absolutely crazy. So that's gonna be the show for today. Acho, hypocrite, Dak focused, Rashan Gary, PFF wide receiver rankings. Madden rankings, push for grass. Is Puka the next Pickens? Irvin owns Philly. Aikman versus Hurts. Next on Let's Talk Cowboys and We Talk Facts. Yo! Let's go! Let's get this quick roll call in. And then we're going to get this show rocking. What is going on, John Henry? Dak Prescott is in the building. What up, Real 9? Terrell Sr. Big Boss Dog. Dak Prescott said, welcome to Let's Talk Cowboys and We Talk Facts. Come in, hit the like button, let your opinion be heard. Also, please keep the chat clean. Let's go. Yes, sir. Lynn from the 903. Miss Matrix. What is going on, Miss Matrix? Good to see you. Salute, hallelujah. What up? JP the Goog, what's going on? Michael Hilliard, what is going on? Jabril Quinn, what is going on today? How's everything going? Brandy has always said, hey, my loves. Lonnie Cabal, what's going on? Frank Lawrence, what is up, Frank Lawrence? Good to see you. Good to see you. Jimmy Bailey, what up, Jimmy Bailey? Mike said this. What up, Mike said this? Tony Neesmo, what up? Big Mouse Dog in the building, what's up? Michael Lee, what up, Michael Lee? They've been saved since 2016. It's a blessing to talk football with another believer. Let's rock. Let's go. To God be the glory. Ronnie Dub, what is going on, Ronnie Dub? JCT Slice, he said for sure it's too much of an Acho flame this man again. What is wrong with these people? We got to cut it out. We still have 4. Well, we know why he's doing it. Trying to keep that channel afloat. Ty Howard, what's going on? Daryl Ragsdale, what's going on? He said big fan for Bliss, Barry Switz, and Jimmy Johnson team. That's why he on that Super Bowl, won that last Super Bowl. Yeah, we can stop the rest for Collins Stewart plays. Then, hey, we might be on to something. We might be on to something. Big Dal 8604, Blue Blood, what's going on? Gold Ring, what up, Gold Ring? Junior, 72 Chevelle, just pulled up, what up? Everett, what's going on? Ty Howard again, DC4L roster, man, what is going on? Good to see you. Michael Smooth, what up, Smooth? All right, let's get a couple more, and then we're going to get this thing started today. What up, Hawk? What up, Hawk? Hey, this is some argument that some guy, Brunson, Brass has talked about it before. Lord Brunson brought this up, so we're going to address it today. What's going on? Marlon Dillon again. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Richard Valias, what's going on? Appreciate y'all rocking with me. What's going on? We them boys. Give yourselves a hand. Best chat on YouTube. All right, let's see if we can pick apart this Emmanuel Acho story. And we know why Emmanuel Acho is doing this. Emmanuel Acho saw an opportunity. And I understand it. I'm not mad about it. It's actually pure comedy to me. Emmanuel Acho saw an opportunity. And the opportunity that he saw was based on a story that we picked up yesterday. Let's see if we can go back and just play the beginning part of the story. Let's go back and play the beginning part of the story, because this is where Emmanuel Acho decides that he is going to take advantage of an opportunity and seize the moment. As ESPN was talking about Dak Prescott has become a punching line for no reason. And let's pick it up from this point.
an MVP season from the Dallas Cowboys quarterback.
I will be disappointed if in December Dak Prescott's not in the conversation. Doesn't mean he's going to win, but I think he's going to be top 3, top 5 at worst. You look at his numbers last year, offensively, no issue driving the ball down the field. Probably the best play-action passer in all of football for long stretches of last season. When he threw to his top targets, George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, down the field, it was about 15 yards per play when using play action. Those are video game type of numbers. I think he's unbelievable. I had Jason Garrett on my show yesterday, and he said that Dak Prescott might be one of the most underappreciated players in football. I'll go further. I think he's the most underappreciated because he's become a punchline, okay? He's become a punchline because of the sins of Jerry Jones's roster building and Cowboys fans who always overhype their team. He's become a punchline.
This is where Emmanuel Acho decided he was going to latch on. Let's hear this again.
Appreciate it because he's become a punchline, okay? He's become a punchline because of the sins of Jerry Jones's roster building and Cowboys fans who always overhype their team. But this year, when you look at the offense, I just think that there's going to be a floor that's really high, and then the defense that can get to average. It's NFC contention. It's not Rams level, but it's close there.
Yeah. You catch what he said? I think it's very interesting that he said it's not Rams level. And a lot of people were mad that we didn't get Myles Garrett. But did you catch that last caveat? It's not Rams level, but it's pretty close though. Yeah. Say it again, because some people, because let me tell you something. It isn't just Jerry Jones. It isn't just Jerry Jones. It's not just the Cowboys fan base every year overhyping the Cowboys. There's another element here too of Dallas Cowboys fans, some fans, not all, some fans, some media members, some content creators, some media members outside of the Dallas Cowboys sphere, always comparing Dak Prescott to guess who? Troy Aikman. Always comparing Dak Prescott to Troy Aikman. Comparing Dak Prescott to a Troy Aikman who had Jimmy Johnson as his coach, Norv Turner as his OC, Dave Wannstedt as his DC, multiple great assistant coaches, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, one of the greatest offensive lines of all time, one of the best defenses of all time, a Herschel Walker trade, a non-salary cap era, and Jerry Jones in win now mode. Yeah, the fan base are guilty of this too. Always trying to compare Dak Prescott to 90s Troy Aikman when Dak Prescott has never had what Troy Aikman had. And at this point, even though Jerry is building, I believe now, a great team around Dak, we're not yet at 90s Cowboys level of talent on this team. I don't believe we're quite there yet. Now, we can probably get there next year, but we're not quite there yet. That team was absolutely loaded. And it took Jimmy Johnson 3 years to get that team to the Super Bowl in his 4th year. This is Brian Schottenheimer's 2nd year. Still got a lot of work to go. It doesn't mean that the Cowboys not going to be competitive this year. But some of this Dak Prescott hatred, yeah, it comes from the fan base. It comes from the actual Dallas Cowboys media. Do y'all remember the 2023 loss to the Green Bay Packers? Everybody put all the blame on Dak Prescott. Green Bay had nothing to do with the Dallas Cowboys losing. A lot of people don't even think about the fact that that Green Bay team that beat Dallas in 2023 was red hot. It almost went and beat the 49ers. Yeah, that same team. That running game was red hot. Jordan Love rode that running game. People take for granted that same Green Bay Packer team almost beat the San Francisco 49ers. They were that good. They just got hot at the right time. The Dallas Cowboys, it was Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, or bust. That's all it was. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, or bust. And the Cowboys defense, linebacker-less, couldn't stop the run. I mean, it was unbelievable. Poobie D, you are not lying. The punter didn't even play that game. Now, Dak Prescott, like any other quarterback that has been to the playoffs several times, Dak has been 7 times. Dak Prescott has probably had, I think in those 7, probably about 2 bad games. But when we look at how many bad games the people had around Dak Prescott, the defense around Dak Prescott in those 7 playoff appearances had 5 bad games. Yeah, 5 bad games. Tell me a time Troy Aikman went to the playoffs in a Super Bowl year with a bad defense. It wasn't happening. The Dallas Cowboys defense was consistently good in the Troy Aikman Super Bowl run. And so some of this Dak Prescott hate, it's not just Jerry Jones, even though I'm giving a lot of blame to Jerry Jones, because Jerry Jones had me hot all the way up until they fired Mike McCarthy. Because Jerry Jones had put inside of his brain, for some reason, we go as far as Dak Prescott take us. It was one of the most sickening statements that a GM or an owner or anyone could make about their quarterback. We only go as far as the quarterback? So you're just telling the whole team, it's all on Dak. It's all on Dak. And now you got Dak playing in games where Dak Prescott basically feels like he got to play mistake-free. Crazy work. Crazy work. So I'm just saying, all of this hatred, it's a combination of things. Dak Prescott being a punchline. This is all a combination of things. People have always put it all on Dak Prescott. It was this year, this past season, that people finally realized that Dak Prescott has been the constant in the Dallas Cowboys organization. He's been constantly good with the exception of injury years. Dak Prescott has been the driving force behind all of the success from 2016 up until this point. And the biggest issue that has happened to the Dallas Cowboys since 2016 is the failure to capitalize and put the team around Dak Prescott. And I still say, Jerry Jones made a huge mistake in 2016.
So I love everything about this offensive.
Nobody knew Dak Prescott was going to be as good as he was. When they realized how great Dak Prescott was, they should have cut Tony Romo. Forget paying his salary. Let him go play somewhere else. Cut Tony Romo. It was said that Jerry Jones kept Tony Romo on the payroll so Tony Romo wouldn't go play somewhere else. Heck no. Cut Tony Romo. Cut your losses. Save that cap money. And in 2017, the Dallas Cowboys should have went all in on Rain Dakota Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. Man, they had Dak Prescott on a contract that still is unbelievable when you think of it today. Dak Prescott was making chicken feed for the level of play that he was playing. Wasn't even making $1 million, I believe, in those first couple of seasons. Cowboys should have loaded up. Didn't do it. They didn't do it. And so there have been many reasons. It doesn't mean that Dak Prescott doesn't play or didn't play, because everybody on the team, in a sense, plays a part in winning and losing. Winning is actually not a quarterback stat, even though we give the quarterback all of when the quarterback wins, we give him all the praise. When the quarterback loses, we give him all the blame. So we understand that comes along. It's not just having the star on your helmet, but that's a part of it. Also, Troy Aikman in the 90s, and that comparison, that's a part of it. Jerry Jones being who he is, that's a part of it. And just the popularity of the Cowboys, that's a part of it. Expectations, that's a part of it. All of this has played into Dak Prescott being a punchline. But Emmanuel Acho has the unmitigated gall. Emmanuel Acho has the audacity to come back and narrow it down to just a few moments in history. This is Emmanuel Acho today.
Dak Prescott has not become a This is the biggest lie I've seen on social media this offseason. Dak Prescott has not become a punchline because of Jerry Jones's roster building. Jerry Jones built a roster where the Dallas Cowboys had like 9 All-Pros in a singular season, including special teams players that are All-Pros.
So watch where Emmanuel Acho, and this is somebody that played football. Let me show you how Emmanuel Acho shows that really he's not talking from a position of football acumen. He's talking from a position of, I got a fish on the line. And I know that with all the praise that everybody is giving the Dallas Cowboys and Troy Aikman, the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott, that if I come in and make this point, I know I'm going to get the backlash. But hey, guys, we got to stay in business around here. We got to stay in business. This is going to be all the talk if I say what I'm about to say. Emmanuel Acho himself knows that this is a lie. Not only does Emmanuel Acho knows this is a lie, I'm going to let his own video, I'm going to let himself indict himself. Let's hear the rest of this.
Season, including special teams players that are All-Pros.
Now watch this, no football acumen. Tell me the teams that have won Super Bowls where they've had 10 and 15 people on the 10 and 15 All-Pros. Tell me how many All-Pros that the Seattle Seahawks had last year. Super Bowl teams, you'll find they actually won't have a lot of All-Pros, might not even have a lot of Pro Bowlers. Why? As I was telling somebody in the chat the other day, when you truly got a Super Bowl level team, I know everybody thinks that superstars win championships. No, teams win championships. And when you have a championship level team, you almost get role player like performance. You'll go back and look at the performance of all the players on a Super Bowl team, and the numbers won't blow you away a lot of times. I mean, there may be 1 or 2 players that blow you away. It's not the players that blow you away when you look at Super Bowl teams. It's the overall effort and results of the teams that blow you away. Because you're like, well, how did they do this? Because I don't see where they had this player, that player, and this kind of player. But then you look at it in totality and you go, wow, that was a great team. Yeah. Yeah, teams win Super Bowls. Quarterbacks don't actually win Super Bowls. They can be a big part of a Super Bowl. You know, people don't understand. People go back and look at the 1992 Super Bowl and they go, yeah, man, you see the numbers that Troy Aikman put up? He was the MVP. Nah, he wasn't the real MVP. And I love Troy Aikman. This ain't about knocking Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman wasn't the MVP. The MVP of that game was truly the defense. When you knock out the starting quarterback of the opposing team in the first quarter, that's the true MVP. That's the MVP. Unfortunately, an entire defense can't get an MVP. They can't get it. They can't. A defense can't get the MVP, but if they could, the Dallas Cowboys would have got it in 1992. I'm going to give you another defense that should have got the MVP. And Sweat was correct in what he was saying about the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles defensive line in that 2024 Super Bowl. Go ask Patrick Mahomes, who's the true MVP. Go ask him. I bet you Patrick Mahomes will tell you that doggone defensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles was the true MVP. It was not Jalen Hurts. It was nobody on the offense. That defense was lights out. Brian Davis and Emmanuel Acho is wrong. Because tell me the team, Brian Davis, tell me the team for the Dallas Cowboys that have won with less. I'm going to wait, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Troy Aikman never won with less. If we say that Troy Aikman won with less than what Dak Prescott had, we never watched the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s because Troy Aikman's team was loaded. If we say that, we're lying. And as a matter of fact, if you go back and look at the last few Super Bowl teams, when Jalen Hurts won that Super Bowl, go look at the team. Go look at the team. I'm talking about top to bottom. I'm not talking about just a running back here and a running back there and a running back, whatever. No, I'm talking about from Howie Roseman to the coaching all the way down to all the players they accumulated. The Philadelphia Eagles had a super team around Jalen Hurts. Even when you look at those Kansas, man, we are lying if we say this, Brian Davis. I'm sorry we're lying. We're lying. Tell me the team. Tell me the team then, Brian Davis, and anybody out there. Tell me the team that is less than the team that Dak Prescott has had, and they have won a Super Bowl. Pure lies. With the exception of Patrick Mahomes. Name me a team in the last 20 seasons that have won the Super Bowl without a top 10 defense. I'll wait, but I won't hold my breath. These are pure lies. There is not a team out there that has won with less than what Dak Prescott has had. There is no team that has done it. You got to tell me the team. Troy Aikman had a super team around him, and I'm talking top to bottom. I'm talking top to bottom. Jerry Jones, win now mode. Jimmy Johnson, basically GM/coach. Herschel Walker trade. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper. You can name so many great players. Man, they doggone had Charles Haley. Stop it. These are all lies. I'm not buying what you're saying, Brian Davis. And I'm definitely not buying what Emmanuel Acho is saying. Those teams, man, that 2016 team, if anything, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott elevated that team and took that team to where nobody thought that 2016 team was going, especially with a rookie quarterback. Stop it. These are pure lies. These are pure lies, and Emmanuel Acho full well knows it. He's not telling this story so he can tell the truth. He's telling this story for attention and clicks. It's pure lies. Yes, thank you, Pure NGR and Novacek. Pure lies. Pure lies. Man, this is pure lies. There is no team that Dak Prescott, name me the quarterback. I'm going to wait on that quarterback that if Emmanuel Acho is saying that there are the quarterbacks who are won with less, name me the quarterback. Name me the quarterback. It took Terrell Davis for John Elway 15 years later. It took Terrell Davis to come in and help John Elway win a Super Bowl. It took Terrell Davis. It takes a team to win Super Bowls. Emmanuel Acho, he knows what he's doing, though. He knows he's taking these things out of context.
Jerry Jones built a roster that for the first time since 2007 had a player with 1,000 rushing yards, a player with 1,000 receiving yards, a player with 4,000 passing yards, a player with 10 sacks, and a player with 10 interceptions. You had to go back to the 2007 Chargers to find that, and Dak Prescott got that because of Jerry Jones. What happened in that season? Dak Prescott goes to the Bay against the San Francisco 49ers and completely pisses down his leg. That's what happened in that season. Dak Prescott became a punchline because the Dallas Cowboys won 15 straight home games, of which I'm sure the man to my right.
Wow. And I'm going to tell you something about this. Sometimes people need to understand. I just think you need to be careful sometimes how you say stuff. Dak Prescott peed down his leg? Really, Emmanuel Acho? I'm telling you now, Emmanuel Acho said some things on purpose. Because if Dak Prescott wasn't who he is, Emmanuel Acho is saying the kinds of things that if you saw him on the streets, you'd probably want to punch it. You would probably punch him in the face. Pee down his leg. And a lot of people don't even understand, even in what he's saying
Go 49ers and completely pisses down his leg. That's Dak Prescott.
This is actually a lie, what he's saying. Brian Davis, I don't know what you've been watching, but we already went back and re-looked at both of those San Francisco 49er games on this channel. And Emmanuel Acho is lying again. This is a lie. Dak Prescott against the San Francisco 49ers did not pee down his leg. He did not. In actuality, if you go back and look at those 49er games, no, Dak Prescott actually played pretty well considering the circumstances. And I'm going to go back again today, right after we get done with this whole Emmanuel Acho thing. I'm going to show us where Emmanuel Acho is a pure, unadulterated liar. He is taking flashpoints from a game rather than looking at everything that happened in those games contextually and understanding that Dak Prescott is not the reason why they lost those 49er games. Pure lies. And anybody who is agreeing with what this man is saying, you don't know Cowboys football history. Lies. These are lies. Dak Prescott did not pee down his leg against the 49ers. Pure lies.
Prescott goes to the Bay against the San Francisco 49ers and completely pisses down his leg. That's what happened in that season. Dak Prescott became a punchline because the Dallas Cowboys won 15 straight home games, of which I'm sure the man to my right attended several of. And Dak Prescott plays the youngest team in football, the Green Bay Packers, with an average age of, I believe, 24.9 years old. And Dak Prescott throws not one, but 2 interceptions. And if I'm not mistaken, an interception for a touchdown. That is why.
So let's listen to how he's lying. So when we think about playing the Green Bay Packers, I've already bought this game up in 2023. I said this last year. Anybody in their right mind who thought we were beating the Green Bay Packers, you're blind. And I don't mean that in a mean way. You're blind. The Green Bay Packers were better than us going into that game. The only advantage we had was being at home. The Green Bay Packers were better than us. They could run the ball. We could barely run the ball. They could stop the run. We couldn't stop the run. They could rush 4 and drop 7. We were playing without linebackers. Dan Quinn changed up the whole defensive plan in 2023. And everybody was saying that he threw the game. Because even Stephon Gilmore says nobody calls the same defense the entire season and gets to the playoffs and changes the defense? Why would Dan Quinn do that? Why would Dan Quinn do that? And even when you look at the interceptions that Dak Prescott threw, let's think about the one to Brandon Cooks. I'm sorry, the defensive back just made a great play and they didn't call it. He crawled over the back of Brandon Cooks and got an interception, because at the time, I'll be honest with you, everybody was talking about Brandon Cooks. And I had never watched Brandon Cooks. I'll be honest with you. Nobody told me that Brandon Cooks was what? 5'9"? Has anybody ever seen how tall Brandon Cooks really is? Now, they may say he 5'10". They may even say he 5'11". That man is not 5'11". He's not 5'10". He's on the other side of 5'9". That cornerback climbed over his back, made an interception. Not to mention, let's go back to what I said before. When you can rush 4 and drop 7, ask Patrick Mahomes what that do to you. Ask Patrick Mahomes what that do to you. Y'all do know they called that defense the Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott killer. They developed those defenses to stop quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow. That's what they did. They devised those defenses. And again, Brian Davis, you will not win one argument over here today, brother. I got news for you. You won't win one argument. It's not that Dak didn't play well. Can we give the Green Bay Packers some credit? They had a great game plan for the Dallas Cowboys. Do y'all know what they knew? If you take away CD Lamb, this offense is nothing. That's why I'm glad we got George Pickens. This defense was nothing without George Pickens in the playoffs. And that's why I'm excited for us to get CD Lamb and George Pickens to the playoffs so nobody can do to us again what they did in 2023. Brandon Cooks, undersized. He's not a second wide receiver. Brandon Cooks is a third wide receiver, gadget guy at best. He is not, especially at that point in his career. Brandon Cooks was not a second receiver. Not only that, anybody remember CD Lamb in 2023 crying to get the ball? I believe Dak Prescott forced that ball just to prove to CD Lamb, you're not open, bro. Do you realize you're not open, CD Lamb? They got you underneath and over the top. You're not open. So what did Dak Prescott do? He forced it. He forced it. Threw an interception. Okay, now settle down and shut up and let's play the game. The Dallas Cowboys, whether we acknowledge it or not in 2023, they were overmatched. And that same team, that Green Bay Packer team, they went and gave the San Francisco 49ers hell. They gave them all they could handle. Almost wiped out the San Francisco 49ers too. Man, that team was on a roll. That team was on a roll. And we're going to go back. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at those San Francisco 49er games. This dude is a liar and he knows it. He is taking flashpoint moments out of context to try and prove his point. He's a liar. He's an absolute liar. And Dak Prescott in those San Francisco games, almost in both of those games, almost had the Cowboys in a situation to win. Now, Dak Prescott did throw a bad interception in the game where they played at home. But even then, they still had an opportunity to win that game. Emmanuel Acho is a liar. But let's keep listening.
Why Dak Prescott became a punchline. Dak Prescott did not become a...
Now, we're not dealing in opinions today. We're not dealing in opinions today, Brian Davis. We're going to deal in facts today. I'm going to show us facts. Opinions don't win over facts. And this man isn't giving opinions. This man isn't giving facts. He's giving opinions. He's giving opinions based on flashpoint moments that he's calling the total facts. When I deal in facts, I deal in context. I don't deal in just a moment. No, I want to deal in everything that was going on around that moment because that's the truth. People will try to give you a flashpoint moment of what you only remember and say, yeah, this is the truth. No, that ain't the truth. The truth is the context around the flashpoint moment because that'll give us the real truth. What really happened? What led up to that moment? what happened after that moment. And that's something that people don't like to talk about either. Well, what happens after those moments? Pure lies. That's the point. Whenever you tell something out of context to try to get your opinion or to get your point across, that's a lie. I need the facts. Tell me what was going on around that. Then I can understand what's going on. Emmanuel Acho is a liar. And watch this. I'm going to let his own words destroy him. But let's keep listening.
Punchline because of Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones has gifted Dak Prescott first-round pick after All-Pro on the off.
Now, y'all know I'm one of the biggest Jerry Jones defenders you'll ever meet. This man is literally giving Jerry Jones, he's totally letting Jerry Jones off the hook. Jerry Jones is giving Dak Prescott first-round pick after first-round pick. Do y'all know teams that lose get first-round pick after first-round pick too? This is comical. It's pure comical. What have I always said? Jerry has not had a problem putting players on the Dallas Cowboys, even with Tony Romo. Where Jerry Jones failed is putting teams around Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. Jerry did that. Yep. And y'all know I love Jerry Jones. Jerry did that. Absolutely.
Offensive side of the ball. CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, the year.
Tell us about the defense. Tell us about the last top 5 defense Dak Prescott played with. Let's tell us that. Tell us the last top 5 defense.
Here Dak Prescott gets drafted. Tyron Smith is already there. We extend him. Zach Martin, we extend him. Plus other first-round pick tackles. Tyler Smith. Like, what else can you do for Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott became a punchline because he didn't know how to punch the football over the line. That's why Dak Prescott became a punchline.
Really? Really? Because I didn't know that winning was a quarterback stat only. Okay. So we have listened to Emmanuel Acho dig a hole. Pure NGR. This is funny, isn't it, bro? Every year, every team gets first round pick. Bro, this has got to be one of the dumbest statements ever made. Jerry has put first round pick after first round pick around Dak Prescott. Well, who hadn't done that? Well, who hadn't done that? I mean, some teams be putting multiple first round players around their quarterback, and they still don't win. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. So did y'all just hear what Emmanuel Acho just said? So I want y'all to hear me out. Tell me if this is the same Emmanuel Acho. Y'all help me out. Is this the same Emmanuel Acho?
Scott deserves more credit.
Hold on. Is this the same Emmanuel Acho? Y'all help me out. Is this the same Emmanuel Acho right here? Y'all ready? Is this the same Emmanuel Acho?
Dak Prescott deserves more credit. You know what they always say, if it was easy, anybody could do it. Think about the totality of Dak Prescott's career. Dak Prescott was not the first quarterback drafted. First one was Jared Goff. He's been traded. Second one was Carson Wentz. He's out the league. If it was easy, anybody could do it. Dak is the only quarterback from his draft class that is still on the team that drafted him. If it was easy, anybody could do it.
Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Y'all help me out. Is that Emmanuel Acho? Somebody help me out. Is that Emmanuel Acho on the screen? This cannot be Emmanuel. Wait. This cannot be Emmanuel Acho on the screen. Y'all help me out. Is this Emmanuel Acho on the screen? The caption says, does Dak Prescott get enough respect? Who you think came up with that caption? It says, Parsons says Dak deserves more credit than what people are giving. Is this Emmanuel Acho on the screen? Hold on a second. Let's hear that part again. Let's hear this part again.
Dak Prescott deserves more credit. You know what they always say, if it was easy, anybody could do it. Think about the totality of Dak Prescott's career. Dak Prescott was not the first quarterback drafted. First one was Jared Goff. He's been traded. Second one was Carson Wentz. He's out the league. If it was easy, anybody could do it. Dak is the only quarterback from his draft class that is still on the team that drafted him. If it was easy, anybody could do it. Dak Prescott, you've been starting in the NFL for 8 years. If it was easy, anybody could do it. You've been starting in the NFL for the most scrutinized team for 8 years. If it was easy, anybody could do it. Dak Prescott be winning a whole lot of games, albeit regular season, but only 2 active quarterbacks currently have won Super Bowls playing right now. If it was easy, anybody could do it. Yeah. Dak deserves more credit because Dak has always been competitive with the Cowboys. Cowboys have won the division several times. Cowboys have had a first-round bye Dak Prescott's rookie year. He's gotten an MVP vote. If all of this stuff was easy, Carson Wentz would still be doing it. Ooh. If it was easy, Jared Goff would still be in L.A. doing it. Ooh. If it was easy, Connor Cook would still be doing it. If it were, if it was easy, anybody could do it. Clearly, it's not that easy, Joy Taylor. Dak Prescott.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
What? What? His own words. His own words. His own words. Dak Prescott deserves more credit. This man just unexplained his own statement 2 years later. He unexplained 2 or 3 years before of Dak Prescott peeing down his leg. I thought Dak Prescott peed down his leg. Yeah. Hypocrite. Boy, I'm telling y'all, this is pure comedy that we are listening to. This is pure comedy that we are listening to, man. Yeah, man, I'm just telling y'all, man.
On social,
y'all gotta understand what you watching, man. This man knows exactly what he's doing. This wasn't about the truth. This was about trying to get attention to speak easy. Y'all do know that in this YouTube game, it's about getting clicks and likes. Y'all do know that, right? So it's even about getting dislikes. Clicks, likes, dislikes, as long as you can get people's eyeballs to keep watching. This is pure comedy. Hold on a second. Wait, hold on. You ready for this part? I'm just going to let you hear Emmanuel Acho. I'm going to show you how much of a clout chaser he is. He is clearly a clout chaser. He's not doing this for facts. We know when Emmanuel Acho is doing something factually because he'll start breaking things down and what's around and what happened in this. We know he's capable of this, but we also know he's capable of this mess too. This is pure bull junk that he's doing. You ready for some more? Look at this. Wait a minute. Somebody help me out. Now, he's not wearing glasses in this, but tell me if y'all recognize this person on the screen when he turns around. Tell me if you recognize him.
I won't doubt Dak Prescott. I won't doubt Dak Prescott. I have to admit, I'm an idiot. Dak Prescott is both a Toyota 4Runner and an exotic car, and I'm going to show you why. Again, I was watching the Detroit Lions game, the Cowboys versus the Lions, and I was like, Dak on pace to break a Cowboys record, but he's lucky. Surely this is luck. There is no possible way that he willed that perfectly into Amari Cooper's hands. But then I kicked back and watched the Vikings game from just a little bit back. Randall Cobb, he's throwing his hands up. He's saying, hey, I'm wide open, but Dak off his back foot had already seen it, and he's throwing it just as the hand is in the air. But here's the best part about it all. DB's in great coverage. He's in phase, but he puts the ball perfectly like a long handoff right into the receiver's arms. So here's what I have to say. Dak, I apologize, and I ain't never saying a bad word about you again.
Wait, what did he say? What did he say? Wait, hold on. What did he say? Hold on a second. You see, your own words will catch you up. Let's go back to that part again. Y'all ready? Let's play it again.
handoff right into the receiver's arms. So, here's what I have to say. Dak, I apologize, and I ain't never saying a bad word about you again.
You're welcome, Dak. He can't say anything for the rest of the show, actually.
What happened?
You are that Ferrari from now on.
You're an exotic car, Dak. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Clown, show, hypocrite. I rest my case. I rest my case. Come on, man. I just laugh when people latch on to this stuff. I laugh at this stuff. Anybody, when you first heard this is why I didn't look at this. I didn't talk about this yesterday because I'm like, there's no way that anybody is falling for this. Even the biggest Dak Prescott hater. There's no way even the biggest Dak Prescott hater is falling for what this man said. This man said, I will not say another bad word about Dak Prescott, only to come on to the show now. And what does he start saying? A bad word about Dak Prescott. The internet is undefeated. The internet is undefeated, man. The internet is absolutely undefeated. And he knows what he's doing. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up something else. He knows what he's doing. He knows that there were going to be people that were going to fall for this. He knew it. And even when you look at Dak Prescott, and I don't have the time to do it today, maybe we'll do it next week. But when you pull up Dak Prescott's record against the 49ers, the thing that is actually funny to me is that people don't give the 49ers credit. I mean, I know we might not want to believe this. I know this might be surprising to a lot of people. But I think one of the reasons why the Cowboys got beat by the 49ers, I don't think it was just Dak Prescott messing up and all these types of things. Has anybody ever considered that the 49ers, maybe they were just better than us? Has anybody ever considered that? That the 49ers, they were just better than us. And that last one, when we went to San Francisco, that was just when Tony Pollard broke his leg in the first half. They said that Tony Pollard was a huge part. They said he was absolutely a huge part of the game plan. Well, when you took Tony Pollard out of that game, what do we think the result was going to be? When you put everything, and I'm going to show you something. Think about this. This is what they did to Dak Prescott in this game. Anytime your quarterback has to put the ball up 37 times, we do know that's a problem, right? When your quarterback has to put the ball up 37 times, that's a problem. Dak Prescott could not afford to drop back 37 times against that San Francisco defense. Not that defense. Look at how many carries Ezekiel Elliott had in that game. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say carries? I confused the yards with carries. This man had 10 carries for 26 yards. Explain to me again how you're going to beat that team. How are you going to beat that team? Zeke had 26 yards. When you get to the playoffs, if you can't run the ball, you're running home. You're going home if you can't run the ball. This man had 10 carries for 26 yards. 10 carries. When you think about everything that transpired in this game, it was horrific for Dak Prescott to drop back 37 times. People don't give that 49ers era enough credit. That era of the 49ers was really good. They were really good. We were slugging with them, but they were really good. They had a great game plan. They absolutely had a great game plan. They came in and basically said, we're going to make Dak Prescott beat us. We're going to take away the run. How crazy is it that Dak Prescott in that game, we've already went back and looked at this, but hey, just for the sake of argument, let's look at it again. How do you play the 49ers and Dak Prescott is your second best rusher? Explain to me how you win this game. How do you win this game? You're playing the 49ers on the road. Dak Prescott, 4 carries, 22 yards, 5.5 yards a carry. The longest run of the day was by your quarterback, and it was 11 yards. Stop it. You're not beating the 49ers like this. You're not beating them. Let me tell you something. We had a chance if Tony Pollard hadn't have broke his leg. You're not beating this team without Tony Pollard because by this time, Zeke is already starting to be a shell of himself. Hold on a second. So Dak Prescott, let's think about this. Dak Prescott was 23 of 37 for 206 yards. Hold on a second. Let's look at the wide receiver core. Who you beating with this wide receiver core? Hear me out. Who you beating? Poobie D, who you beating with? Poobie D, who you beating with this wide receiver core? CeeDee Lamb. The next best wide receiver on the Dallas Cowboys team against the San Francisco 49ers isn't even the 4th wide receiver on another team. Show me the number 2. I'm not even concerned about the number 3. Show me the number 2 wide receiver. Show them to me. See, these are the parts we don't want to talk about. Yeah, let's get into some context. Who you beating? Who are you beating? Who you beating with this mess? Your wide receivers, Noah Brown? What? Noah Brown cannot be your second wide receiver. Noah Brown is not a number 2. He's never been a number 2. Noah Brown is a number 3, and even if he's your number 3, he's not even the top 10. He's not even in the top 10 of third receivers in the game. I'm waiting. I'm not going to hold my breath. Because somebody out there said Emmanuel Acho was telling the truth. No. He's not telling the truth. He telling some truth, but he not telling the truth. Let's deal with the context. Explain to me, how were you winning the game with Ezekiel Elliott not even running for 30 yards, y'all? I'm going to use the words of Poobie D. 3.7 yards per carry. Wait a minute. Let's go to Zeke. 2.6 yards per carry. 3.5 yards per carry as a team. Poobie D said it. Diabolical. This is the funny part, Emmanuel Acho and anybody agreeing with Emmanuel Acho. Do y'all realize how embarrassing it is when we actually look back at this game? This is what they sent Dak Prescott into San Francisco with against the 13-4 San Francisco 49ers. Embarrassing. Tell me what you want to. Embarrassing. It's a miracle. Do y'all realize it's a miracle that we were even within 7 points? A miracle. It's an absolute miracle. When you show me the Cowboys scored 12 points, and then when you show me this is the running back crew, Tony Pollard broke his leg, Zeke 10 for 26, Dak Prescott, second leading rusher. When you show me CeeDee Lamb is the only wide receiver you got, Dalton Schultz. What was Dalton Schultz this day? 5 for 27. Noah Brown. Who he beating? Who was he beating on that San Francisco 49er team? Tell me who was he beating? You got T.Y. Hilton totally washed up at this time. Tony Pollard broke his leg. Kevontae Turpin wasn't nowhere near what he is now. Zeke done. Zeke was already done at this time. Michael Gallup not even. Who are you beating? It was a miracle that you got 206 yards out of this mess. It's a miracle. It's a miracle going up against that San Francisco 49er team that you were even able to throw for 206 yards. It's a miracle. It's an absolute miracle. Look at the defense. Let's think about this defense now. Let's think about this defense now. How good was this defense really? How good was it? Let's be honest. How good was it? When you look at these names, how good were they really? Deron Bland. Deron Bland had a heck of a game. Leighton Vander Esch, heck of a game. Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker. We saw what they looked like this year. DeMarcus Lawrence. Come on. What was he? Jaron Kearse. Oso Digizua. Tell me right now. Now think about this, guys. When was this? Somewhere around 2022? Where are these players now? Where are these players? Y'all do know these are not old players, right? Where are they now? Where are these players now in this defense? Where are they? Where are those players now? Are any of the players on this list, minus Micah Parsons, are any of the players on this list top 15 players? Show me who they are. Show me. You got Oso Digizua. Show me. Show me the top 15 players. DeMarcus Lawrence, not here. Seattle. Oso Digizua, 49ers. Where are these players? Where are they? Are these top players in the league now? Where are they? Where are the Cowboys turnovers? Where are they? No Dallas interceptions. Where are they? It is an absolute miracle that the Dallas Cowboys were even in that game. It's a miracle. Now, let's go to the other side of the coin. See, we're lying to ourselves. And we're going to keep making excuses. Let me make my point again. Has anybody ever thought about this? The 49ers were better than us in almost every position other than quarterback. So let's go down the line, Cowboys fans. Because some people, Brian Davis, I'm sorry, brother, I love you. But you ain't never saw Brady do it with less. That's a pure lie. You've never seen Tom Brady do it with less. And we're starting with the coaches. You've never seen him do it with less. Tom Brady ain't never done it with less. Not to mention, you're talking about the best quarterback to ever play the game at this point. Tom Brady ain't never done it with less. Because we're going to include the defense in that too. These defenses for the Cowboys. I'll challenge you again, Brian Davis. Where are these defensive players now? You're not beating nobody with this receiving core. I'm sorry, you're not. Not no good team. Poobie D, you're right. CeeDee Lamb, 8. Who else? There was no one else after CeeDee Lamb. This is how they got beat then. This is how they got beat in 2023. We are lying to ourselves if we keep this argument up. San Francisco. Let's look at the players, player for player. Let's look at defense for defense, offense for offense, special teams for special teams. Quarterback, I'm taking Dak Prescott over Brock Purdy. I'm taking Dak Prescott over Brock Purdy. Let's look at the San Francisco 49ers running attack. They got Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, Deebo Samuel in the mix, Kyle Juszczyk, Brock Purdy ran. Even though they didn't have a big-time runner, they still were able to get 113 yards. San Francisco receiving. They were still able with Brock Purdy. Let that part sink in. This is Brock Purdy. Imagine if this was Brock Purdy now. Brock Purdy would have 8. And I give Dan Quinn credit because he was doing a lot with less. I'm still taking George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Juan Jennings, Brandon Ayuk, and Christian McCaffrey. I'm still taking that over what the Cowboys had. The only one I'm not taking over is CeeDee Lamb. Do you realize that I'm taking everybody on this receiving core over everybody on the Cowboys receiving core except for CeeDee Lamb? This is where this really gets into the nitty gritty. Look at the defense. Look at the defense. Do we realize, especially at that time, we are looking at top tier defensive players? Fred Warner, Ward, Greenlaw. We're looking at guys who are still playing and dominating. Nick Bosa. We're looking at absolutely a defense that it's way better than the Cowboys defense. It is an absolute miracle when you think about what Dak Prescott was throwing to. It is an absolute miracle that it was 12-19. I give Dan Quinn credit. Dan Quinn had a really good plan. But I tell you this, with a better quarterback, the Cowboys don't have a chance. With a better quarterback, they don't have a chance. Brock Purdy wasn't good then. Brock Purdy was being carried by that San Francisco 49er team. He was being carried. Kyle Shanahan is a master play caller, but even he, when he finally got to the games that were big, Brock Purdy couldn't do nothing for him. But in that Dallas Cowboy game, that team was better than us. Everywhere, except for quarterback. It's the only place they were not better than us. They were better than us. And we never figured that into the equation. We never figured in. I'm not taking anybody on that Cowboys team. I might take 3 players over that San Francisco 49er team. Everybody else? Nah. Dak Prescott dragged that team into the playoffs. Chanel said, gee, after that year, Dak got Noah Brown paid by the Texans. Noah Brown could not be a 2 option on any other team. Yep. Poobie D. One thing Bill Belichick always made sure he had with Tom Brady, up until the end, a defense. He always had a defense. He always had a defense. No, it's not that there's no accountability for Dak, Brian Davis. We're just not going to do what you and others try to do and say Dak Prescott was the reason. See, when I start giving context, people don't like it. All I'm doing is giving you the truth. Some people want a truth or a part of the truth. I'm giving you the truth. The Dallas Cowboys were outmatched. Bottom line. Name me one game. Name me one playoff game. I challenge anybody. Name me one playoff game in the 3 years the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Name me one game in the playoffs where the Dallas Cowboys were outmatched. Name me one game. Name me one game during the Super Bowl runs where the Cowboys were outmatched. Give me one game. Give me one game. I'm not going to hold my breath. You're not going to find it. I'll save you the time. You can go search all you want to. I implore you to do so. You will not find any time where Troy Aikman played in the playoffs and they were outmatched by a team. You're not going to find it. You're just not going to find it. It's bottom line. Demetrius Noel, he said, G, have them look at Steve Young's stats when team made the 49ers one-dimensional and see how many he won. Young didn't win any of those games. Yeah, Demetrius, but only Dak Prescott gets this bum rap. Dak Prescott can share in the loss, but we're not going to put the loss on Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott was doing magic with those teams. That 2022 team, when you go back and look at it in context, smoke and mirrors. When you look at that 2023 team, it was smoke and mirrors. They were never advancing. They had a chance to beat the 49ers. Dak Prescott made a ferocious comeback in both of these games. Just came up short. And at the end of the day, if they get turnovers, then you got to get turnovers. Yeah. If they get turnovers, you got to get turnovers. That's what you got to do. Your defense, and even Michael Parsons said this around that time. Michael Parsons said your defense should be good for 2 turnovers. Should be good for 2 turnovers. And when you look at the Cowboys, this was the turning point, the second quarter. They were driving down for a touchdown. Tony Pollard breaks his leg. Turning point, or I believe one of the turning points. The Dallas Cowboys could have went up 10-7 at the half and wound up, I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was a bad play call. Wound up not getting the touchdown, had to settle for 3. Rather than going up 10-9, they were down 6-9. And a lot of people consider with all things that was happening, they thought it was actually pretty good. Cowboys in the third quarter, it was 9-9. Fourth quarter, everything kind of broke open. San Francisco 49ers scored. San Francisco 49ers scored 10 points. I got some more trivia for us. Somebody help me out. We've already talked about this before, but help me out. Score is 12-19. At what point in the game? At what point in the game? Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I'm correct here. Okay. All right. So let's go again. I'm going to show you something else. People don't like this. All I'm going to give you is truth. You can do what you want to do with it. All I'm going to keep doing is giving you truth.
You can't handle the truth.
So, at what point in the game do you think Dak Prescott threw those interceptions against the 49ers? At what point in the game? Somebody help me out. Did Dak Prescott throw those interceptions in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or the fourth quarter? When did Dak Prescott throw those interceptions? Help me out. Because it matters when you throw interceptions. It matters. Does anybody remember when did Dak Prescott throw those interceptions? When did he throw them? At what point did Dak Prescott throw those interceptions? And I'm going to show you why people are liars again, because where Dak Prescott threw those interceptions, I'm not telling you that they didn't matter. But what I'm going to tell you is they don't matter as much as you think. Y'all ready for this? Read it and weep. Read it. Read it and weep. Dak Prescott threw 2 interceptions. Dak Prescott in the 19-12 loss. Let me make sure this is right. He threw his first interception in which the 49ers converted let me see. Hold on. Let me go back. I've looked at this before, but I'm not pulling it up the same way I pulled it up the last time. See, a lot of people don't realize that when you throw those interceptions, they matter. When you throw those interceptions, they matter. And when Dak Prescott threw those interceptions, the Dallas Cowboys the Dallas Cowboys actually overcame those interceptions. They overcame those interceptions. The problem was the Dallas Cowboys, they were offensively deficient. And they couldn't do anything. I wish I could go back. I know I can do it. But in the grand scheme of things, when you look at those interceptions that Dak Prescott threw, those interceptions, they only turned, I think one of them didn't turn into anything. The 49ers didn't even convert the one. Okay. We'll look this up at another time. But I know when Dak Prescott threw those interceptions, the Dallas Cowboys still had opportunity to win the game. They still had an opportunity to win the game. And the issue is, as much as good as the defense kind of played during that game, because I will say they played good, but when it counted, they let it go. They absolutely let it go. And that's the ball game. The 49ers scoring 10 points in the fourth quarter, that was the ball game. Bottom line, that was the ball game. But when you go back again and you look at those Cowboys, man, I'm sorry. It was a miracle we were even in the playoffs. I'm sorry. When Noah Brown is your second wide receiver, I just don't know who you're beating. You're going to have a hard time beating a lot of people if Noah Brown is your second wide receiver. But again, I know a lot of people like to blame Dak, but, it's no point in going back in the past. I'm not worried about what the Cowboys have done in the past in the grand scheme of things. And I'm just laughing that Emmanuel Acho, I'll have it more together the next time if I want to go back and look at those playoff games. Because we've actually already done that, if y'all don't remember. We went through those games and we really discovered that it was the basic thing was, if we now just look back now at that squad, they just were not good enough. I mean, it's just the bottom line, man. They were not good enough. They just were not good enough, especially offensively. How's Zeke gonna have 22 yards? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You're just not gonna win like that. All right, let's go to our next subject.
Yes! Here we go!
Our next subject. subject. Man, let me tell y'all something. Dak Prescott, while Emmanuel Acho is flapping his gums, Dak Prescott is not thinking about Emmanuel Acho or anyone else. John Elway didn't win his Super Bowl until his 15th year. I am riding with Dak Prescott until the wheels fall off. Until his career is over, it's over. But until his career is over, it's not over. Dak Prescott is focused. Emmanuel Acho out here, he can't sniff the success that Dak Prescott has had in his career. He can't sniff it. Emmanuel Acho wish he could have the success that Dak Prescott has had and have the opportunities that Dak Prescott has. Dak Prescott out here in Utah, he focused. Ferg on the catch. GP. CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott is focused, man. Dak Prescott is not worried about all of this hate. When Dak Prescott gets his next opportunity in the playoffs, it's going to be different. I believe Dak Prescott has better players, better culture, better defense. Dak Prescott is focused. And as far as us Cowboys fans, even though today it's the offseason. it's the offseason. I don't mind a little banter. It's the offseason. But in the grand scheme of things, Cowboys fans, ignore this stuff. Dak Prescott is so focused. Let me show you something else I found today. Man, this video right here. D-Block, what up? I absolutely love this video I found today. I don't know if y'all saw this video, but Dak Prescott's brother. Let me show you Dak Prescott's brother. Hold on a second. Let me show you the difference between Dak Prescott, or between Tad Prescott and Terrence Parsons. This is why Dak Prescott's brother ain't on social media doing all this crazy talking. Have y'all seen this video? This is Tad Prescott, y'all. Check him out. Dak Prescott took him on a fishing trip on a private jet. Yeah. Dak Prescott's laser focus, man. Faith, family, football. This man is focused. Look at him, man, driving up to the private jet. Looking out the private jet. This is why Tad Prescott right here. This is why Tad Prescott not out here running his mouth about no football. He ain't got time for it, man. He's a part of Dak Prescott being focused. Yeah, family helps you to be focused too. This guy's, I mean, look at this. Dak been putting in work. Now, taking some time out with family. Taking his brother on a fishing trip. Y'all ain't got to worry about Dak. This is what Dak doing. Why everybody hating? This is what Dak Prescott is doing. That was our man Dak. Dak ain't worried about nobody talking about Dak. Dak ain't worried, man. Dak is not worried. Man, Dak out here living his best life, man. Dak ain't worried, man. He ain't worried. Shake them haters off, Dak Prescott. Shake them off, bruh. Yeah. Emmanuel Acho, he out here talking about Dak. Meanwhile, Dak Prescott got his feet propped up. Private jet, all white guts. Y'all remember when we was growing up, man, they had them calling them all white guts. Dak Prescott, all white guts in that jet, man. Dak ain't worried, man. Dak ain't worried, man. Dak ain't worried. Yeah, this how he living right here, man. This how Dak living. Come on, man. Out here at the golf shop. Dak ain't worried. I'm telling y'all, man. Man, laser focused. This is why, as I told y'all, this is why you ain't gonna catch you are not going to catch Dak Prescott out in these streets, Bass. You ain't gonna catch Dak Prescott out in these streets. You ain't finna catch this man out of, man. Let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. I'm making the kind of money these dudes making. You think my brother gonna be on YouTube? Man, stop it. If he is, he ain't gonna be talking about my game. He ain't gonna be talking about football. He ain't gonna be talking about players. Nah, bro, I'm locked in. I don't need you to be bringing any attention to me. Yeah, you are a part of my focus. My son, man, I don't even care if it's my girlfriend. If I was Dak Prescott, you my girlfriend, you can't be on social media. I'm sorry. You can't be my girlfriend and be on social media. No. I can give you way more than what you will make on YouTube. This is the difference. Right here. This is the difference. This is why you're not seeing Dak Prescott out here with this nonsense. Shoot. Man, you ain't seeing Dak out here with this nonsense, man. Shoot. Dak Prescott out here going, oh, Dak Prescott out here fishing. He out here fishing, Bass. Man, he out here fishing, feet up in the private jet. Demetrius Noel said, I see the haters are busy today. Find the time to talk about a person who doesn't know you exist. Shoot, Emmanuel Acho needs to stop, man. Emmanuel Acho needs to stop. This man saw an opportunity and he capitalized on it. All right, make your little coins. Make your little coins, Emmanuel Acho. Make your little coins. Let me show y'all that video without any interruptions this time. Go ahead and make your little coins, Emmanuel Acho. Meanwhile, Dak Prescott. Y'all ready for this? I ain't even being mean. Dak Prescott living better than Emmanuel Acho. Dak Prescott out here living better than Emmanuel Acho. Shoot. Man, stop it. Stop it. This man, brother out here living better than you, bro. You out here heard about this man, his brother doing better than you, man. Go on, make your coins off them clicks and likes. We'll help you out. We'll help you out. Shoot, Ted out here living his best life, Just Lee. Dak Prescott living his best life. Just Lee said, tell him G, because Dak and his brother have class and understand the business. Yes, sir. Man, shoot, boy. Go on, get your coins, Acho. We know what you did there. We know what you did there, bro. But Dak Prescott, I'm telling y'all, this man is laser focused. Ice Cold. You said a mouthful, Ice Cold. Dak take care of his. They ain't got to be out here on YouTube. They don't have to be out here on YouTube. They just don't. Shoot. Man, D-Block, you neither. D-Block said I never heard of the Acho brothers when they were in the league. Bro, me neither. I ain't never heard of Emmanuel Acho before I saw him on Speakeasy. It's all right, though. I understand he's trying to do what people do. They try to capitalize off the Cowboys' misery. I'll just let him indict himself. Just let him indict himself. That's why I played his own videos. Jerome, he said I'm applying pressure, man. I'm just trying to tell the truth, man. Man, this dude here, bro, he's tripping. That's all right, I understand, Acho. I ain't gonna hate too hard, cause Acho, I know the game, bro. You trying to capitalize. You saw an opportunity to get you some clicks and some likes. I understand it. Shoot. Man, yes, sir. Yeah, Mike. Hey, Mike, the Dak slander needs to stop. It ain't gonna stop. Even if the Dak win a Super Bowl, it's not gonna stop. Man said Acho was a practice squad player most of his career. I would have a hard time looking at me too. Man, shoot, boy. God, I'm ready for September, man. I'm ready. Bass said G and AOC get back in legacy media. Boy, yeah. Boy, hey, man. You know me and AOC don't be playing, especially AOC, boy. Boy, you know we ain't playing, man. We ain't playing, bro. Hey, we defend ours over here, man. Shoot. That's one thing you know me and AOC gonna do. We gonna defend ours, bro. Shoot. We gonna defend ours. Marco Williams said, I knew Dak since he was in high school. People always talk down about Dak, but look at how Dak treating his haters with knowledge and wisdom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hallelujah said he played 41 games. Man, yeah. True Cowboys fan. I want you to come back after they win. Tell me you was wrong. His career ain't over yet. It took John Elway to year 15. Dak is going to get him more. You watch what I tell you. Yep. He going to get him one. Davion Wallace, that's our quarterback. Yeah, man, I'm telling y'all, I'm not worried about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has never worried about haters. He's never worried about haters. And he don't worry about stuff like that. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not worried about it either. Dak Prescott is laser focused. He is laser focused. And he's going to accomplish his goal. All right, let's look at the Rashan Gary story.
Yes! Here we go!
Let's look at Rashan Gary. This is somebody named Robert T. Green. I saw this yesterday and I was reluctant to post it because it's got some music. I hope we don't get a copyright strike on it. So I'll try, I think YouTube has the technology now that you can actually go back and take the music out. So I'm going to play this today. I didn't want to play it yesterday, but I'm going to play it today. Matter of fact, shout out to Robert T. Green. Anybody follow Robert T. Green? I mean, I didn't know who he was until we got Rashan Gary. But Robert T. Green is one of the biggest Rashan Gary fans you are ever going to see in your life. As you can see, he's always kind of tagging me and others in this. Koye, Lando, Cowboys, Let's Talk Cowboys. He's always tagging us and stuff. And it's always Rashan Gary. Shout out to him, because I'm telling you, he got me excited about Rashan Gary. I'm telling you. He got me excited about it. Robert T. Green. And so he's always talking about Rashan Gary. Well, he found a video talking about what he believes Rashan Gary is going to do with the Cowboys this year. Check this out.
The Cowboys has finally understood that defense wins championships.
Yeah. Defense wins championships. Yeah, I think they actually already knew that. I just think they were reluctant to do it.
A GM, you can't stop the run. And don't even worry about the pass. They just gonna run it down your throat all the time. So then,
What happened against Green Bay? If you can't stop the run, there's a reason why Jordan Love had a career playoff game against us. We couldn't stop the run. We didn't know which way we were going.
then they get Rashan Gary as well, right? He's a run-stopping edge that can also get to the quarterback. Then they bring in defensive coordinator Christian Parker. Christian Parker was with Denver in the secondary, and I think he's going to come in and pressure the quarterback. He's going to come.
Yeah. Hey, man. I don't recognize this guy. Y'all tell me who it is. Hey, man dropping megaton bombs. I believe so, too.
Come in, he's going to disguise these defenses, disguise these looks, but he wants to stop the run, get into passing situations, and then get after your quarterback ass. So can Christian Parker, this camp, mold that defense into a top-tier defense? We already know about the offense, but can this defense improve? If they have a slight improvement this year, they'll be in the playoffs.
Whoa! He said if they have a slight. He said TJ Ward. Thank you, Michael Postel. He said if they have a slight improvement. Well, I don't know, man. When you dead last in almost every category, surely you're going to have a slight improvement. Surely you're going to have a slight improvement. Hey, man, I like this video. This was, again, sent over from Robert T. Green. Robert T. Green, man, he is a big time. He is a big time Rashan Gary fan, and I can appreciate that, man. I think he sent another video too. Let me see. He got a cluster of videos about Rashan Gary, man. And I agree. I really think people are underestimating Rashan Gary. Yeah, we got some more. So let me show you these pictures right here. See, a lot of people don't realize, man, this dude tore his ACL. And as a matter of fact, let me read the caption. He didn't just tear his MCL or ACL. Courtesy of Robert T. Green. Shout out. He said torn ACL, MCL, and PCL. November the 6th, 2023. Surgery next day, was back in week 1, 2024. Yeah, he was back in 2024. Hasn't missed a voluntary OTA, minicamp, practice, or game to injury since. Yeah. So we're going to see him now. That'll be 2 years removed. He'll be 2 years removed now from that. It says to lead and succeed with others. 1, do what's necessary for yourself. No one is watching or cares about you getting there. I like that. Yeah, man. Boy, you not lying, man, Ice Cold. You are not lying, man. That's for not using that leg all that time. Golly, yeah, it's a pencil leg, bro. Yeah, man, that leg is small. Let's go to the next one here. Yeah, that was him in the whatever that is you have to wear whenever your knee get like that. That's crazy work, man. That is crazy work. So we should actually be looking at him. This should really be a good season for him. Frank said Dak is capable of keeping his body in shape and playing at a high level till he's 40. Why anybody stressing about Dak window closing? I think he's got a large window. I do. I'm with you on that. All right, let me see. Bad said Romo showed up to Austin Tubby as a... Oh, yeah. He showed up Tubby, and I don't remember this much hate for him like they hate on Dak. Yeah, they hate on Dak hard. And Dak is doing everything he can do, man. Jeremy Betts said he thinks that it won't be at the beginning, but as they learn to play together in the scheme, he said Quinnen and Kenny, Tito Obonya, linebacker running free. Yeah, they're going to be better, I think, as the season goes on. Yeah, I'm with you, Queen. I think people sleeping on Rashan Gary, man. I really do. I think people sleeping on this man. All right, he's got a couple of videos on here, too. We'll turn the music off to him.
I just can't wait to go to work and show.
We've seen these, but this is Rashan Gary. One thing I tell you about Rashan Gary I can appreciate, hard worker, man. Gary is a hard worker. He putting in the work. Man, it's amazing that he got his legs back to that size. He is a worker, man. He putting in the work. Ain't no doubt about it. Gary is putting in the necessary work. And that's the one thing I can appreciate. If he's not successful, it won't be because he's not working. Gary putting in work. These are some clips of him getting to the QB. He was crazy before they started getting injured on defense. 7 sacks in 7 games. He was unstoppable. Check him out. That boy was a menace. Yeah. Says here, highest pressure rate in the NFL over the last 2 seasons. Rashan Gary, 19.9. Micah Parsons, 19.2. Nick Bosa, 17.1. That was in September the 8th, 2023. Yeah, this dude can play, man. This dude can play. 2023, Rashan Gary. See it right there? 19.9%. This dude can play. And he is a worker, man. He puts in the work. There is no doubt about it, man. This dude puts in work. Let me see. Says here in his first game back from a torn ACL, Rashan Gary had 5 pressures and a league best 44% win rate. His pass rush productivity score of a 27.8 was also the best of any player in week 1. What a return. Yeah, this dude can play, man. Yeah, he got along with Michael Parsons, D-Block. That's why I'm confused to why Terrence Parsons is tearing him down. As far as I knew, he got along well with Michael Parsons. Let me see what that next one said here. It says, this is Goblin's Packer mascot. I'm convinced Gary is a legitimate psychopath. No mentally normal human can attack rehab training games the way he does, that relentlessly and that consistently. Yeah, he's a worker, man. There's no doubt about it. He's a worker. Very impressive. Very impressive, Dallas Cowboy fans. Very, very impressive. I am very impressed with Rashan Gary. I think he's going to be way, way better than people believe. There was actually a story about him. I couldn't get a hold of it on the Bleacher Report. Of course, the reason why I couldn't get a hold of it is they have it behind a paywall. Yeah, they have it behind a paywall, so I couldn't get to it. But if you subscribe to the Dallas Morning News, I believe there is a very good story out there about Rashan Gary, written by one of the Dallas Cowboys beat writers. I couldn't get a hold of it. I can't push myself to pay for the Dallas Morning News yet. I just don't read the newspaper enough to subscribe to the Dallas Morning News. But again, man, Rashan Gary. Yeah. Very, very pleased. All right, the next few subjects, these next few, they are going to be quick hits until we get to Irvin, courtesy of Bass, and Aikman versus Hurts. So let's run through these 4 quick stories.
Yeah! Here we go!
So, PFF, Poobie D. Have you seen PFF's wide receiver rankings, Poobie D, and everybody else? But I think Poobie D, he will definitely love this. Marco, appreciate that super chat. He said people going to be surprised how he show off with Dallas. Yeah, Marco. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, this dude is, man, I'm so glad we got this dude for the next two years. I think he's going to be great. I think he's a piece of a puzzle. I think he's a piece of a puzzle.
Yes! Here we go!
I don't know if y'all have seen these. These are the wide receiver rankings by PFF. And I don't agree with these. I don't agree with these. But it is what it is. Here it is. PFF ranks the top 32 wide receivers heading into the 2026 NFL season. Puka Nacua. I'm not ready to go here yet. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Heck no. Justin Jefferson's probably about right. But Jamar Chase at number 4 is criminal. Amon-Ra St. Brown and A.J. Brown in front of CeeDee Lamb, criminal. Nico Collins, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jackson Smith and Jigba in front of George Pickens, criminal. There is no way this is even possible. But it is what it is. We ain't gonna get mad about it. We know we got 2 top 10 receivers. I believe we got 2 top 5 receivers. After looking back at 2022, that game against the 49ers, looking back at the Green Bay Packers in 2023, looking back at 2024 in that disaster of a season, when I think about the fact that we have CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, regardless of who thinks who is better, the fact that we got both of them, man, I'm like James Brown. Sometimes I got to step back and pinch myself because we got both of these doggone wide receivers. Yes, sir. I'm not even mad as the song go that Tupac used to rap with Danny Boy singing the hook. I ain't mad at you. I know we got 2 top 5, 2 top 5, 2 top 10 no matter what. It will not happen to us again, Poobie D. It won't happen to us again, Bass. It will not happen to us again, Cowboys Nation. What happened to us in 2022 and 2023 and 2024, barring injuries, praying to God. I'm so glad we got both of these wide receivers. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do other than sit back and enjoy it. And thank God. We got 2 top 10 wide receivers. 2 top 10. I say top 5. But again, we know these are the rankings, but again, I'm not mad. Well, y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm not mad. I am not mad. So let's go on to our next quick hit. Marco, he says, I think Lamb 7 because he had lots of drops, but GP should have been 6. Should have been 6 based on 5. Oh yeah, on last year's performance. Yeah, I agree. GP should be higher. But again, at the end of the day, these rankings don't mean nothing. We got both of them. Hey, we got both of them. We ain't worried. We got both of them. Poobie D, it don't matter what they say. We got both of them. And really, Poobie D, you know, when you look at the drops that CeeDee Lamb had, the crazy thing is they were against the Philadelphia Eagles. That's the part I don't understand. 7 of those drops were against the Eagles. So, whatever that means. But that is PFF's latest rankings. I'm not worried. We got a lot to be excited about. Because if our defense gets going, we are in for a great season, Cowboys Nation. I am excited. Larry Hunter. Yes, sir. 2 top 5 wide receivers, Larry Hunter. You already know I believe it because that's where I got them. I got both of them. Both of them. Top 5. All right, let's get to another quick hit. And I don't know where I am with this. Y'all tell me where y'all are with this. I don't really know where I am with this whole issue of the push for grass. This whole issue of the push for grass. You know, I think there are advantages to grass. And one of those advantages I would imagine is that a lot of players say it's less injuries. Because I could only imagine falling, because my son's, my oldest son, when he was playing high school football, we were one of the very last teams in the district that played on grass. And I'm going to tell you something about playing on artificial turf if you've never played on it. And let me start acting like I played on it. I mean, don't let me start lying like I was playing on it and turn the field up. We ain't even finna start that lie. But listening to people who have played, especially my son, anybody who's ever played on turf, one of the things that they understand is all turf isn't created the same. It's basically like playing on carpet. If you got carpet in your house, go and fall on that carpet a few times. It's better than falling on a bare concrete floor or a wood floor, but it still hurt when you fall on a carpet. And also when you lay down carpet, some people have thicker padding under the carpet. Now, I don't know if there's regulations in the NFL. I'm pretty sure there are. There are regulations. But at the end of the day, when my son played high school football and when they got to the playoff portion, a lot of those teams had artificial turf. And man, I remember we played this one team on a cold night. We lost not one, we lost 3 starters, including my son. 3 players broke their collarbone on the same night falling on that doggone turf. All turf is not created equal. Some of that stuff is hard, man. It really is. It's hard. And so they lost 3 players on that night, and it cost them the playoffs too. Cost them the playoffs because the playoffs started that next week. And man, they lost 3 of their starters on defense. 3 broken collarbones in the same night. It was terrible, man. It was terrible. But I know that's why some of these players don't want to play on that turf. 1, because it's hard. 2, there's no give in it. And this is, I think a lot of people are saying this is what's tearing the knees. And they're now saying it's tearing the Achilles. This is why they're having these Achilles injuries. And I didn't even think about that, hallelujah. When you fall down on that turf, it's like falling on concrete, concussions. Yeah. Yeah. So now that the World Cup is over, there's a lot of players out there, and this is probably one of these things they need to probably fight for in the next CBA. Says NFL players continue to push for grass fields on heels of the World Cup. Says ahead of Sunday's FIFA World Cup final at MetLife Stadium, dozens of NFL players, the Bears quarterback Williams and Washington Commanders offensive tackle Larry Tunsil took to social media Friday with the hashtag worth the cost to express their desire for permanent grass playing surfaces. And so this is what the owners are seeing. The owners are looking at less upkeep. That's what they're looking at. They don't want to spend the money on taking care of that grass. But I think that I would agree from this perspective. If the grass is going to help you alleviate injuries, I would rather play on grass because you get to keep your superstar players on the field, and your superstar players, they bring in the money. Yeah. Yeah, Country Field City's got concrete under it. Yeah. Yeah. Ben said they turf snatching chain. Man, hey, I'm telling you, boy, it took our football team out, man. Michael Postel, grass is like extra padding under your feet. Yeah. A lot of guys have talked about this. Says Zaire Franklin also chimed in. The cost of doing nothing is paid for by players' bodies. Franklin wrote in his own post, make grass mandatory. We're worth the cost. Yeah. Yeah, I can see why. The renewed social media push comes after the NFLPA released a statement that at the beginning of the FIFA World Cup urging team owners to make the switch to natural grass at FIFA's request. All 11 NFL stadiums hosting World Cup matches install natural grass playing surfaces. 7 of those stadiums traditionally use synthetic turf as their primary playing surface for NFL games and will return to that when the tournament concludes on Sunday. And I'll tell you something else that's always concerning to me about the turf. I've never heard anybody talk about it, but I'm always concerned and confused is what is the I don't know, it's like beads or something that flies up from the turf when you see people like slide on it or drag their feet and there's like these little beads or I guess I don't even understand what it is. You know, if it was real grass, it would be blades of grass. But when you look at it, it's, I don't know what it is. I'm saying all that to say, I've always been concerned that sometimes when players slide on the ground, I'm always concerned or wonder, does that stuff ever get in their eye and is it dangerous to get in their eye? I'm always wondering about that. It says the temporary installation of natural grass fields for the World Cup is a choice by certain NFL team owners to do for soccer players what they refuse to do for the NFL players. The NFLPA said in a statement posted to social media 5 weeks ago, it's no longer a question of capability. The technology exists, the expertise exists, and the resources exist to install the high-level grass fields that our players overwhelmingly prefer. We have seen the meaningful investment made to meet the standard for international athletes and global events. NFL players who regularly compete on those fields help fund these stadiums and whose work make the league what it is today deserve the same commitment to quality grass fields. That post added that 92% of NFL players prefer natural grass. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, and again, George Kittle, recent Achilles injury, said we've made it clear we prefer grass fields. He said we know it's better on our bodies, and clearly we know it's possible based on everything that went into putting down grass fields for the World Cup in each stadium. At this point, it comes down to the NFL making it a priority and choosing to invest in us as players because our bodies are our business, which they get to capitalize on. Now, I'm going to tell you what some of the argument could possibly be for the stadiums that play with the open stadiums is when it rains. When it rains, I remember some of those Candlestick Park fields, which is probably not a good enough excuse. I say if the grass is more safer, I would say go to it. All right, let me see something here. Larry said it's the same rubber pellet they use for landscaping. That's the stuff that's flying up, those rubber pellets. I wonder if those things ever get in their eye. Because I'm always concerned when those things be flying up in tackles and when they're sliding and stuff. It's crazy work to me. But again, we're going to see what this turns out. But there is actually a push for real grass. Hey, Osama, man, you remember them Candlestick Park days, man? Boy, that grass used to be, I can remember John Madden saying that Candlestick Park, I can remember John Madden saying it was painted mud. You remember that, Osama? John Madden said that old Candlestick Park field was painted mud, man. He said it was painted mud. It used to be some bad fields out there, but again, I think we're beyond the point of having bad fields. The technology is out there. And people can actually have grass fields that can support these players and they can take care of it year round. It's an added expense. But that's one of the things, man, when this CBA roll around. It's one of the things the CBA, man, they need to be, they need to deal with this stuff. Yeah. Hey, hey, you know what? Now, Gerald Mays, this is one of the advantages you just mentioned on turf, the speed. Yes, the speed. It's the speed. It's the speed. Real estate vet. Appreciate that $20 super chat. Appreciate you. Real estate vet. He said, this is football. Do you remember Oakland Field when it was still in Oakland? Half baseball, half football. Boy, do I ever. Boy, yes. Man. Real estate vet, bro. That was one of the craziest setups. Hold on, let me see if I can pull that up. Man, I remember watching that back in the day, and I used to think how crazy that was. Let me see if I can pull that up. Man, that was one of the most awkward looking things back in the day, bro. Let me see if I can pull this thing up. Hold on.
When the Raiders take over.
Man, do y'all remember this, bro? This is what Real Estate Vet is talking about. Man, this used to be one of the craziest things I ever used to see. Y'all remember this? Bro, this was crazy work back in the day. Bro, this was the craziest of work back in the day. It was half football, half baseball, bro. Look at this. Bro, this is crazy. This was the craziest of work back in the day, man. The NFL has come a long, boy, the NFL has come a long way, Real Estate Vet, because now they don't share fields like they used to. This was the craziest of work, man. How you gonna play? Boy, this looks like something that's unimaginable now. Who in the world playing football like this, man? Man, this is crazy how far the NFL has come, boy. It's amazing, man. Appreciate that super chat, man. Appreciate that memory. Appreciate that memory. Real Estate Vet. Yeah, ice cold. Bo knows. Boy, Bo was an alien, bro. Man, had that dude not broke his hip, shoot, Bo Jackson was a freak of nature running back. Absolute freak of nature. Yeah, I remember that field back in the day, boy. That was, man, it was the craziest outfits ever, man. But we're going to see where this goes, because at the end of the day, there's just not a lot they can do. You know, that CBA is already in place, so it's not a lot they can do. But they definitely need to put that on the agenda. Need to put that on the agenda for the next CBA deal. All right, man, let's pull up something. Let's do another quick hit.
Yeah! Here we go!
Puka Nacua. And what do I mean by this? Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua may find himself being the next George Pickens. We're going to see how this goes. But Puka Nacua, let me see if I can pull up. Puka Nacua, he may find himself being the next George Pickens. Look at this.
Yeah! Here we go!
Puka Nacua's payday delayed. With some of the stuff that's been going on with Puka Nacua, I would not be surprised if they let this man play out this deal. I would not be surprised. And then turn around and franchise tag him. I would not be surprised. Puka Nacua has been having some issues. Says up here, Ram star Puka Nacua, who is entering the final year of his 4-year, $4 million rookie deal. let this sink in. Puka Nacua, if he doesn't get an extension, he's going to play for $1 million? Oh my gosh. Puka Nacua? Man, let me tell y'all something. People talking about George Pickens playing for $27 million? Ask Puka, they're talking about they're talking about George Pickens playing for $27 million. Ask Puka Nacua how he feels. Ask Puka Nacua how he feels. This dude has been having some serious issues off the field. Been having some serious issues. He may absolutely have to play on a $1 million deal, as talented as he is. You think, man, we over here tripping on George Pickens. Shoot, man. Stu. Hallelujah. You think they're gonna ignore it? I don't know, man. Let me tell you why, hallelujah, why I think it's in the realm of possibility that they make him play out on a $1 million deal. Let me tell you why I think it's in the realm of possibility. Because they went and added Myles Garrett. Now, see, we've been talking about this as it applies to George Pickens. Man, when you start signing all these players, something's got to give. Somebody's going to have to take some pay cuts or something. Something has to give. And somebody you might not be able to extend. So when you start talking about the fact they brought in Myles Garrett and then they gave him a huge deal, this is going to be very interesting. Because if you're Puka Nacua, with all of the issues that you've been having off the field, what good is holding out going to do you? What good is holding out going to do you? Holding out will do Puka Nacua no good. It'll do him no good. And the bad part is with Puka Nacua, guess what, Cowboys Nation? Puka Nacua did it to himself. Puka Nacua did this to himself. Puka Nacua has been tripping. Puka Nacua, man, this dude be doing some crazy stuff. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't understand what is going on with these doggone streamers. I mean, these football players hanging out with these streamers. What is going on with these football players? Why are they doing this? Just out here hanging around with these streamers. Man, these streamers are a different type. Man, these dudes are a different breed, man. These streamers are a different breed. You do not want to be out here hanging with these streamers. Man, they live their life for the moment. They live their life for just anything, any kind of trouble, anything. I mean, skating very close to sometimes breaking the law. I mean, man, I do not understand. Why do we keep seeing so many of these players hanging around these doggone streamers? Stop hanging around these streamers, man. So again, I'm telling y'all right now, Puka Nacua may be on the same type of issue that they got with George Pickens. They may want to see Puka Nacua go through a whole season of acting right. Now, at the end of the day, the advantage that Puka Nacua has is that he's not on that July 15th deadline, if I'm not mistaken. He's not on that. He's actually still under contract. So he's not under that. So the Rams can give him his payday anytime they want to. But I tell you this, Stu been having some issues out here, man. He better get it right. Shoot, he better do better or else. They be playing on $1 million. And he can't hold out because, again, he's kind of in the same situation as George Pickens. Hold out you want to. Hold out you want to. They will hold that against him if he holds out. So Puka Nacua, this is going to be a very interesting story going forward. We're going to see how it turns out. All right. This story right here is courtesy of Bass. Bass sent me this today, or either yesterday or today. But this is Michael Irvin over here. Let me see. This is Michael Irvin. And it says, hold on. Let me read this up here. Bass sent this story. It's a great story. I hadn't watched it, but I read the caption. I thought it was pretty cool. All right, this is the caption. Hold on. Caption says, MF Football. Legend Michael Irvin posted this video preparing for his Netflix documentary about how he owns Philly and how he has more Super Bowl rings than the Eagles. He says, me preparing for the Netflix documentary about why I have more Super Bowl rings than the Eagles. Yeah, we need this kind of energy right here, man. We need, man, I'll tell you right now, Michael Irvin needs to travel with the Dallas Cowboys this season. Needs to travel with the Dallas Cowboys. Let's play this. Michael Irvin crazy, man. Boy, we need this kind of energy in this locker room. This dude is crazy, bro. Boy, you can't help but love Michael Irvin, man. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling y'all right now. This is why I would never take Randy Moss. I would never take T.O. Man, it's a conversation I got to have when we talk about anybody over Michael Irvin. Man, I'm telling you, this dude is special right here, man. Boy, this dude is special. Michael Irvin is special, y'all. I miss this dude, man. I miss this dude being on the Dallas Cowboys. Man, I know it's been a long time, but boy, I miss Michael Irvin. Boy, this dude, this is the kind of dude, man, you can't help. You want this guy on your team, man. You want this guy. Because with all the noise that he talks, man, you want to back it up. You want to back it up as a team because he plays so intense, man. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you now, he would look about 10 years younger without that hair. Yeah, Ice Cold said Playmaker does laugh at, yeah, he said, man, he crazy, man. He had me laughing all the time. I love Michael Irvin, man. Love Michael Irvin. This dude is just different, man. Yeah, man. Bass, I agree with you. Pickens brings that type of energy. He does. He brings that type of energy. He absolutely does. He brings it. Yeah. Frank Lloyd said Michael Irvin, my favorite Cowboy. I don't blame you, Frank Lloyd. Yeah, Ice Cold said Playmaker 3 times champ. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, Bass Pickens said them Philly dudes, he said the naysayers only known for sandwiches. Boy, yeah, but I'm telling you, that's another reason why I want George Pickens on this team, too. You just need this kind of energy, man. You just need this kind of energy, Bass. Boy, I appreciate Michael Irvin, man. I appreciate Michael Irvin so much. And, you know, y'all remember the clip we watched yesterday. Michael Irvin's a different type of animal, man. Michael Irvin is a different type of animal. Let me see if I can play this clip from yesterday, boy. This dude, Michael Irvin, is a different animal. Y'all remember
was
this from
winning
yesterday?
championships.
This Michael Irvin from yesterday. This dude different, man.
All I knew about was winning championships. If you didn't win, dude, I won 3 Super Bowls and I'm crying about I should have won 5. I live in hell thinking about I should have won 2 more. We got one thing we're doing here, and that's winning. And if you can't be a part of this, literally, I don't need no friends. I just need wins.
Michael Irvin, boy. Classic, bro. Classic, man. He said, I don't need no friends. I just need wins. We're going to play this every week.
You know, and the only way you can be my friend is some way you can help me win. That's just the reality. All I knew.
Yeah. Boy, this dude, Michael Irvin is different, boy. Boy, this dude, Michael Irvin is different, man. This man is different, bro. I love me some Michael. Man, I love Michael Irvin, bro. Love Michael Irvin. This dude is different, man. They do not win no Super Bowls without this man. They do not win Super Bowls without that man. Boy, that dude is a different type of animal, man. That dude's a different type of animal.
About
people can have all them stats they want to with T.O. and Moss and all them guys. They can have all of that. I'm taking Michael Irvin, man. I'm taking Michael Irvin all day, day. All right, let's get to our last segment for today.
Yes! Here we go.
Man, let me tell y'all something. JCT Slice has been talking about some dude named Lord Brunson. And I've been wondering, like, who in the world is Lord Brunson? Well, man, this thing about Jalen Hurts being ranked number 17 out of all the quarterbacks, man, this has broken the Philadelphia Eagles. This has broken the Philadelphia Eagle fan base. The Philadelphia Eagles fan base, they are losing their minds about this Michael Irvin versus Troy Aikman thing. They are losing their minds. And I saw this the other day, but I didn't listen to it. But this is some guy named Lord Brunson. And you know, if you are an Eagle fan, I saw some people talking about he cooked the Cowboys. Man, this got to be one of the craziest arguments ever. I'm sure some of y'all have heard this. Check this out. Ruby Sweet, what up, Ruby? Mr. Get Dirty, what's up? Listen to this dude, Lord Brunson, in case y'all don't know who he is.
The glory years of the Dallas Cowboys from like 92 to 95, do you know they had a top 10 rushing attack and a top 10 defense in every one of those years? In every one of those years.
So what did Jalen Hurts have the year he won the Super Bowl? What did Jalen Hurts have? What did Jalen Hurts have? Do what? But again, this is a great point when it comes to Dak Prescott. Look at those defenses that Troy Aikman played on the other side of. Man, those are some great defenses. First in 92, 10th in 93, first in 94. They didn't win that year, though. And then 9th in 95. I'm hoping that we can get a defense like that in the next 2 to 3 years. Oh, some serious defenses. The offenses, we're gonna be better than those.
Years. But you got guys that'll come out here and say Jalen Hurts is only who he is because of the help. You guys are only fans of the Dallas Cowboys because of the help that you was able to provide to your quarterback. Troy Aikman is in the Hall of Fame because of the help. The glory.
Yeah, well, shouldn't he be? That's what happens. You know, you win Super Bowls with a team. Yeah. It's called a team. Yeah, you win Super Bowls with teams. Why is anybody surprised? I don't understand. I don't even understand the argument he's making. Jalen Hurts needed a super team. Now, if we're talking about quarterback, let's look at the quarterback. Let's look at the quarterback stuff. You can't even compare. If you're talking Troy Aikman, versus Jalen Hurts, this has to be one of the craziest discussions ever. How do you make this comparison? How does somebody make this comparison? Troy Aikman to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts 2020 to 2025. Troy Aikman 89 to 1994. How do you make this comparison? 57 and 25. Aikman 48 and 34. So we know what he's doing here. One of the things he's going to make sure that he does is he's not going to include 95, 96 season, because we already know what that means. But there is nowhere that anybody in their right mind would ever take Jalen Hurts over Troy Aikman. Who? Who gonna take Troy Aikman? Who gonna take Jalen Hurts over Troy Aikman? Now, when you think about passing touchdowns, Troy Aikman versus Jalen Hurts, well, we got to think about what Troy Aikman was playing with in 1989 and 1990. It was very tough treading for the Dallas Cowboys. We're talking about Jimmy Johnson coming in, rebuilding a team. Jalen Hurts actually came into a team that was already getting built, and a lot of things were in place. They had already came off of a Super Bowl with Nick Foles. They kind of built that team around, what was the guy's name? They had built the team around, I forgot that quarterback's name. He wound up getting hurt. Jalen Hurts came into a situation where the team was pretty much already good, and then Howie Roseman went and put that team over the top and got him to win that Super Bowl. I think it was in 2024. But in the grand scheme of things, you can't, and this is the problem with stats. Stats without the context of looking at the games. Yeah, Carson Wentz. Thank you, hallelujah. When you look at these numbers that we have on the screen without looking at the games, that becomes the problem. Jalen Hurts on his best day couldn't make even 5 of the throws that Troy Aikman could make when Troy Aikman was in his prime. Jalen Hurts isn't even close. He isn't even close. And these guys were making this comparison saying that Jalen Hurts is better than Troy Aikman. That's crazy work. This is crazy work. Absolute crazy work. And both of them, when you think about 2024, Hurts was on the super team. Troy Aikman played with super teams. Great coaching, great players. They both did it. But Troy Aikman couldn't run the ball, which automatically tells you better quarterback, better. And we all have seen both of these two teams in action with these quarterbacks, if we're old enough. Troy Aikman was a true leader of men. Jalen Hurts is not that kind of leader. Jalen Hurts is not that kind of leader. Jalen Hurts didn't have to get it out of the dirt like Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman had to get it out of the dirt. He had to go through a couple of bad seasons. And Troy Aikman had some growing pains. We know that. But once he got past those growing pains, once they got that team together, Jalen Hurts is nowhere on the map. These stats are very deceiving. Jalen Hurts is nowhere on the map with Troy Aikman. We're talking about reading defenses. We're talking about throws. We're talking about toughness. We're talking about leading. We're talking about even winning in the grand scheme of things. Winning Super Bowls, big teams. Big games. It's crazy to just look at the stats and say, yeah, man, Jalen Hurts, he's comparable to Troy Aikman. Nah, that's not true. This is one of the craziest arguments. It's not true. It's not true. And by this time, even if you look at this, Troy Aikman had already won 2 Super Bowls, 4 Pro Bowls, 1 Super Bowl MVP. And Troy Aikman actually didn't have to pass as much as Jalen Hurts because I think you make a very good point, Michael Postel. It wasn't a passing league at that time. It really wasn't. It just wasn't a passing league. Just wasn't a passing league. It's just 2 different contexts. Yeah, that boy Carson Wentz, man, after that knee injury, he was never the same. Never the same after that knee injury. But again, and you think about, this is one of the reasons why the Philadelphia Eagles, they're ready to move on from Jalen Hurts. Because at the end of the day, they've realized something. Jalen Hurts has peaked. I think this is what a lot of people are saying by what you are seeing where they're voting Jalen Hurts. There are a lot of people that are saying that this man has peaked. I believe it to be true too. I think he's peaked. I just don't think there's anything else. And the problem is, the older you get, you can't play the way Jalen Hurts plays. The older you get, the less you can play the way that he plays. You can't be a running back throwing the ball the older you get. Those hits matter the older you get. You just can't do some of those things. You just can't do some of those things. And so again, man, to compare Jalen Hurts to Troy Aikman is crazy. It's just crazy. I don't know any other way to explain it. I mean, yeah, if you're going to just look at this, that's one thing. But we've seen this stuff on the field. You just can't compare these 2 quarterbacks. They were talking about their Super Bowl years. Troy was 13-3, 3,445 passing yards, 7.3, 215 yards passing. And again, they just didn't throw the ball like that back then. I believe Troy could have done it. They just didn't throw the ball like that back then. They just didn't. And Troy Aikman, without the ability to run, think about how many touchdowns that Jalen Hurts has gotten off the tush push. Jalen Hurts, of course, he's a better runner than Troy Aikman. Just not a better quarterback. Quarterback, man, it's reading the defenses. It's making the throws, making big throws, making incredible throws, leading the team, being the quarterback of a superstar team, all these different things. You just can't compare Jalen Hurts to Troy Aikman. This is blasphemy, man. You're comparing a 3-time Super Bowl winning quarterback who absolutely played on a great team to Jalen Hurts, who has also played on some great teams, but he's been the weak link on some of those teams. Ice Cold said McNabb better than little college party favorite Hurts ever been, ring or no ring. Man, if you would have gave McNabb some of the teams that Hurts has played with, oh gosh. Especially that team he won a Super Bowl with. He's winning with that one. But man, boy, I'm struggling with this. Actually, I'm not struggling with it. I'm struggling with somebody doing it. How do you compare Troy Aikman to Jalen Hurts? This league is speaking on this man. He's actually been to 2 Super Bowls, won 1, and they put him at 17th. What is that telling you? They put him at 17th. They are saying that he's not really a quarterback. That's what they're saying. He's not a quarterback. Bass said they said Daniel Jones, Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, Hackenberg, Paxton Kessler, Carter Cook would all be better than Dak. Where are they now? Exactly. Exactly. I tell you this, Davion Wallace, I ain't gonna fault him for this part. Boy, you talking about a true Eagles fan. Oh my gosh. Me and Lloyd Brunson, boy, I ain't gonna take that from him. That man die hard, boy. Boy, that man is die hard. He is die hard, man. Boy, he die hard. This is, let me see, somebody, Mike Tag. Mike Tag, I'm not sure who this is, but Mike Tag, shout out to Mike Tag, put a clip up, and this is what they put up. Comparing Jalen Hurts to Hall of Famer Troy Aikman is comical. Hurts is more comparable to quarterbacks like Trent. Cooking this man, boy. They said he's more comparable to quarterbacks like Trent Dilfer and Phil Simms. Not a 3-time Super Bowl winner. Oh, boy. Okay, I don't know who this is, but this is them talking about this. Let's hear what they have to say about it. This is funny.
Compare the eras is silly, but to think that is your argument, that's what you're going to go to, is try to grasp at the straws and compare the eras is silly, but to think that is your argument, that's what you're going to go to, is try to grasp at the straws and compare Troy Aikman, a Hall of Fame quarterback with 3 Super Bowls, more than your entire franchise, and compare him to Jalen Hurts is absolutely comical. Absolutely comical, man. Out of your goddamn minds.
He's more comparable to Trent Dilfer. He's more comparable to Phil Simms. He's more comparable to Costa, Mark Rippon. If you want to compare him to quarterbacks in the East or quarterbacks in the NFL in the past, that's who you compare him to.
Compare the eras is silly.
Man. Boy, let me tell you something. Hey, I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at him for loving his team. But oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And boy, let me tell you, you know, that Philly fan base is rabid, man. About them birds. About them birds said Dilfer never made more than 1 Super Bowl. Dilfer didn't finish the season, he won it. Dilfer was never an MVP finalist. Dilfer wasn't Super Bowl MVP. Dilfer didn't make playoffs every year as a full-time starter. Dilfer doesn't have as many playoff wins as Hurts. I can get that part. He says, how can you say that Aikman was better if he didn't do better? When y'all put Hurts and Dak side by side, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Yeah, them Super Bowls, boy, them big time right there. Somebody said, are we sure that Aikman was better than Simms? Statistically, they're pretty dang close. Slight edge to Simms even, and I'd argue that the offensive infrastructure was wildly tilted in Aikman's favor. Wow. Wow. Carlos says there's a whole MF and Netflix special on how the Cowboys, team of the 90s, came together. He says MFers think the Hall of Fame was right out of college. The triplets get no respect for their accomplishments. It's always they were on a team of superstars. Yeah, I see that. Man, this bitch. Boy, this wasn't a crazy. Ugh. Man, I'm sorry, bro. Hurts got to do more than he got to do more than what he's done for this to even be an argument. This, oof. But hey, let me tell you something. This argument has broken. It has broken this Philadelphia man. This dude, Jalen Hurts, being ranked 17, has broke that franchise, bro. They are crying over there, man. They are crying over there. All right, let me see something here. Looks like we got something new from Dak Prescott. Let me see some here. All right, let me see if this is new. Y'all tell me if this is new. Let's see if this is new right here. I don't remember this. All right.
I love those expectations.
Looks like this is Dak Prescott speaking today, maybe? Speaking at the Faith Fight Finish thing. I'm not sure if this is new, but it looks kind of new. And Dak looking real surprised. I mean, maybe that's just a...
Shoot, yeah, that's what's left for me. And it's always been my mindset. You know, that's the one thing I truly love about the Cowboys organization and the fan base is it's that or nothing. As I said, wherever that was here on the live stream, is that's what being a competitor is. If that's not how you're wired, if that's not how you think, whether you're a fan, whether you're a player, whether you're a coach, then I think you're in the wrong business. And honestly, I don't want you on my team. So I love those expectations, and yeah, it'll always be there.
Are they more realistic this year?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Obviously, just each year you think that, but when you have last year's we did, the offense that we did, and you make the changes, and you got a great defensive coordinator, and you got young guys, old guys, the great mix of vets with talent, and us understanding what needs to be done, and when you got the vets that we do, how to approach each and every day, and understand that it is a journey, it is a process. It's not going to happen in week 1 of training camp, but we got to make sure we're getting better every day, every moment we're together. Shoot, yeah.
All right, this is Dak Prescott. So it looks like we're going to have something to watch tomorrow. This is Dak Prescott, obviously, in the latest interview.
Shoot, yeah, that's what's left for me. And it's always been my mindset. You know,
see, this is what I appreciate about Dak Prescott. And this is why Dak Prescott, a lot of people don't realize something. Hold on a second. Dak Prescott is actually not caring about stats anymore. I just think Dak Prescott has moved on beyond stats. I just don't think they matter to him anymore. I think the only stat that matters to Dak Prescott right now is Super Bowls. That's it. I don't think Dak is concerned about MVPs. I don't think he's concerned about leading in any type of stats. I don't think he's worried about anything other than now winning a Super Bowl. And is showing in the work that he's putting in. I mean, look at Dak Prescott, man. This dude, I mean, just by his face, man, Dak Prescott looks in shape. This dude looks, I mean, it's like, again, do y'all remember when Tom Brady started having the Benjamin Button effect? You can look at Tom Brady when he was a rookie and look at pictures as he got older. It was Benjamin Button. Tom Brady started looking younger the older he got. I would dare say Dak Prescott is starting to have the same effect. He's starting to look younger the older he gets. You can tell Dak Prescott is taking care of his body, taking care of his health. You can tell.
Shoot, yeah, that's what's left for me. And it's always been my mindset. You know, that's the one thing I truly love about the Cowboys organization and the fan base is it's that or nothing. As I said, wherever that was here on the live stream, is that's what being a competitor is. If that's not how you're wired, if that's not how you think, whether you're a fan, whether you're a player, whether you're a coach, then I think you're in the wrong business. And honestly, I don't want you on my team. So I love those expectations, and yeah, it'll always be there.
Are they more realistic this year?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Obviously, just each year you think that, but when you have last year's we did, the offense that we did, and you make the changes, and you got a great defensive coordinator, and you got young guys, old guys, the great mix of vets with talent, and us understanding what needs to be done, and when you got the vets that we do, how to approach each and every day, and understand that it is a journey, it is a process. It's not going to happen in week 1 of training camp, but we got to make sure we're getting better every day, every moment we're together.
This is why I'm telling y'all, you don't have to worry about Dak Prescott. What did I tell us in the beginning? Dak Prescott is focused. You don't have to worry about Dak Prescott. We don't have to worry about people trying to get coins off of hating on Dak Prescott. We don't have to worry about what anybody is saying about Dak Prescott's past and all of these different things. Only thing I'm worried about with Dak Prescott is now and going forward. That's all I'm worried about. I believe Dak Prescott is going to achieve his goal. I believe he's going to achieve it. Hallelujah. You said BBL Brady. Shoot, baby. Hey, man. Brady is Benjamin Button. And Dak Prescott, he's starting to do the same thing. Man, Dak Prescott, if you look at Dak Prescott right now in that photo, you look at Dak Prescott in that photo versus this Dak Prescott right here. Which one looks better? Y'all tell me. Which Dak Prescott looks better? Benjamin Button. Which Dak Prescott looks better? Look at these pictures. Look at these photos. This dude is aging backwards. He's laser focused. He's taking care of himself. Dak Prescott is aging backwards. And that's why when you look at photos like this, are these the same people? I mean, come on. This dude looks younger now than he did as a rookie. He's taking care of himself. He looks like a different person. It's called transformation. Yeah, I'm with you, Bazzy 9. He a man now. Yeah, he looks better now. He looks better now, all the way around. Everything about him looks better. That's it, Michael Postel. You right. All men to take care of themselves, they age backwards. Yeah. Yeah, Bazzy 9, I'm with you. He ready for that chip. Man, I'm hoping they drop this entire thing. Faith, Fight, Finish. It's the Dak Prescott Foundation. I'm hoping they drop that entire thing here over the next few, over today or tomorrow. But I told y'all, man, y'all don't have to worry about Foe. Foe got this. Foe got this. And Michael Postel, I've been saying the same thing you said earlier. When Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl, and notice what I said, win. When Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl, first ballot Hall of Famer. Book it! Dak Prescott will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And to win a Super Bowl in a non-salary cap era? Shoot, you are not lying, Michael Postel. Immortality in the annals of Dallas Cowboys history. Yeah. They are going to lose their minds, and Dak Prescott will be one of the greatest stories ever told in Cowboys history when he get that Super Bowl. You watch what I tell you. They're going to talk about this for a long time when he gets it. Oh, if he gets two, it's over. If Dak Prescott gets 2 Super Bowls, it's over. There will be people. He will leapfrog Troy Aikman in the eyes of people if he get 2. Book it. He will leapfrog Troy Aikman in the eyes of many if he gets 2. But he gets that Super Bowl, man, you talking about Ring of Honor. You're talking about first ballot Hall of Famer. You're talking about so many accolades that this man is going to get. Man, I'm telling y'all. This team is on to something. This team is on to something, man. And we all ought to be excited about it. Do we got to see it on the field? Yes. But I'm excited like you, Bazzy9, and like the rest of y'all. Boy, I am so excited to see this team on the field this year. We might see a few growing pains in the beginning, but by the time they see Philly the first time, I think that's when we really gonna see that Dallas Cowboys defense. When they go, man, let me tell you something. It won't be like last year. Do y'all remember last year when Matt Eberflus went up against the Chicago Bears? They played that game like it meant nothing. Matt Eberflus played that game like playing the Chicago Bears meant nothing. Oh, I hadn't even thought about the fact that we getting ready to play my former team, the Chicago Bears. I never even thought about it. You fired. You fired. You the defensive coordinator? We're playing the team that fired you? And you saying you hadn't even thought about that team on the schedule? You don't have the mentality to be a defensive coordinator.
You can't handle the truth.
What? I'd have fired him that week. I'd have fired him that week. We playing the team that fired your butt, sent you packing, almost attacked you in the locker room. You couldn't even give us any pointers on how to beat them. I'm pretty sure you couldn't give us any pointers on how to beat them. It's a doggone shame. I bet you Christian Parker won't have that same energy. You watch what I tell you. I bet you Christian Parker not gonna have that energy when we see the Philadelphia Eagles. What? But man, I guarantee you Christian Parker gonna have them 2 games circled. I'm not gonna be shocked if players are saying, we winning this. We winning this for Christian Parker. And they didn't even fire him. They didn't even fire Christian Parker. And we still gonna go in there and stomp him. How much you bet Christian Parker be able to give us some pointers on how to beat the Eagles? I mean, even though we sliced them up even with him on the team. I mean, even when he was the coach, we sliced them up. I mean, we were CD Lamb drops away from beating them the first time, and then it came from 21 points down the second time. I mean, I'm just saying. But if you don't think that this team is not gonna be ready for Philly, and I guarantee you the attitude ain't gonna be the same. I can hear Brian Schottenheimer talking about, yeah, championship moment. I can't hear Christian Parker thinking like that. Nah, that's my old team. We beating them. You don't get to talk noise to this offense, and then when we play the Eagles, you don't be fired up. Come on, man. I'm sorry, I'm not playing my ex-team and not be fired up. I don't give a doggone if my mama is up in the press box. I don't care if my mama still a fan of that team. What? Mama, I love you, but we beating the brakes off y'all today, and when I come to your house and eat, I'm gonna be talking noise then. You gonna kick me out of here? I'm sorry. Ain't no love lost when I play my former team. Shoot, they running me out the crib. They running me out the crib. I'm sorry. They running me out the crib. They running me out the crib, Cowboys Nation. Hey, Michael Postel. Hey, bro, they running me out the crib, bro. I'm sorry. They running me out the crib when I play my ex-team. I don't give a doggone. They running me out the crib, man. Right, Lord said only 3 teams have 3 or more Super Bowl rings. Michael Irvin had more Super Bowl rings than 22 NFL teams. Yes, sir. Gregory Hicks, it was blasphemy. Man, we roll up in Chicago. This dude, Matt Eberflus, had me so mad. I Hadn't even thought about playing. I hadn't even thought about the fact we were playing the Chicago Bears. You fired! How's it not gonna come to your mind that we playing your ex-team? You fired! Man, you can't even be a defensive coordinator thinking like that, bruh. You out of here, man. Shoot, Larry Hunter, bro, I'm telling you. Man, I'm sorry, bro. Christian Parker, hey, man, you the coach now, bro. We beating Philly for you, man. Bassett, Dad, you tell me what you be doing. Man, you playing your ex-team, you fired, bro. You fired if you ain't fired up for your ex-team, man. You fired, bro, I'm sorry. You fired, bro. Demetrius Noel said we gonna be ready for the Eagles and we gonna sweep them. I believe it. Mike Postel, man, you fired, bro. You playing your ex-team, you ain't fired, though. You fired, bro, you fired, man. Boy, you fired, man. Boy, I'm sorry, you fired. Gregory Hicks, you fired if you ain't fired up for your ex-team, bro. Man, you fired, bro. Boy, I can't, man. Boy, I was so mad that week, bro. I was so mad. I'm like, how do you not make this into a big deal, man? How do you not make this in a big... Why do you say... How do you not make this into a big deal? You fired, Ice Cold. Shoot, boy, you not fired up your ex-team. Get your butt out of here, man. We gonna put your stuff out back so it don't cause no sin. Get your butt out of here, bro. I can't, boy. Shoot, we ain't gonna have that too with Christian Park up in here. Man, we circling them games on the calendar, bro. We want to be 2-0 against the Eagles. We got one of their ex-defense coordinators. We need to be 2-0 against them. Amen, y'all. We need to be 2-0, man. Man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me on that Friday. We're going to be looking for that Dak Prescott interview. And we're going to see if we can cover that tomorrow. Shoot, Gregory Hicks, hype me up. Hype me up. Yes, sir. Boy, Michael Postel, that's the week right there. He should have been fired, bro. Michael Postel, that was the week he should have been fired right there. Could you imagine being in the meeting with Matt Eberflus? Hey, Matt, can you give us any pointers on how to beat the Bears? Well, I hadn't even thought about it. What? Well, Ben Johnson's the coach now. Man, we don't care about Ben Johnson being the coach. Can you tell us anything about the quarterback? The tendencies of the quarterback? Can you tell us about some of the tendencies of the players? Can you tell us something? No, you fired, bro. You fired. Should have been fired that week. How in the world you not gonna be able to tell us something about this team and you was the coach? Tell us something, man. Tell us about the hot dogs in the stadium. Tell us something. It's a doggone shame, man. You out of here, bro. You dude should have been fired that week, man. Should have been fired that week. Should have never let him come back. But again, I'm telling y'all, man. Christian Parker, the noise he talking to this offense, I got a feeling he ain't gonna be like that when we see Philly. I don't think he gonna be like that. Even if he try to put it on to the camera, I don't think he gonna be like that. I think he gonna be telling people behind closed doors. BTA. Yeah, BTA. I guarantee you. That's what Christian Parker gonna be saying behind closed doors. Man, we gotta have a different mentality, man. I believe in the Jimmy Johnson method. Man, talk noise and back it up. Talk noise and back it up, bro. I'm sorry, man. Talk noise and back it up. Hey, tell Webb you ain't lying. Can't fly back with the team, bro. Stay with them since you love them so much. Stay over there. Boy, you a traitor. That's the reason why. Hey, what was that running back we cut? Miles Sanders, whatever his name was. You fired, bro. You fired. You don't fumble like that, bro. We about to take these Eagles out. You break this run and you fumble. You fired, bro. You out of here. You out of here, man. We can't deal with you, man. We ain't playing this stuff no more. We ain't playing this stuff no more, bro. It's time to practice hard, play hard, and win big. Man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man, again. We're gonna try to see if we can catch this thing with Dak Prescott. Catch this show with Dak Prescott, and we'll be back tomorrow, man, on the Saturday. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Best chat on YouTube. Until the next time, DC4L, God bless. Best off Cowboys and we talk facts. Peace.